I'm Criminal Investigations Division Captain Bill Offelt with the Fargo Police Department. On Wednesday, December 4th at approximately 12 p.m., the Fargo Police Department responded to a report of a shooting in the 4500 block of 47th Street South. The victim of the shooting sustained multiple gunshot wounds and immediately began receiving aid from witnesses and first responders. He was transported to a local health care facility where he later died from his injuries. On behalf of the Fargo Police Department, I want to extend our deepest sympathies to the families and loved ones of the victim, Rasan Wilson. Rasan was a 32-year-old Fargo resident. We understand this is a difficult time for the family and truly have sympathy with all of those involved. Today I'm here to share with you that an arrest has been made in connection with this case. The suspect, 30-year-old Fargo resident Stephen Burrell, was taken into custody late last night by the Dubuque, Iowa Police Department. This arrest is a result of a comprehensive investigation involving not only our agencies throughout the metro, but also our federal partners and partners throughout the region. The evidence gathered by our detectives and intel unit assisted us in tracking the suspect as he traveled across the upper Midwest. I want to commend the hard work and dedication of the officers, detectives, and support staff involved in this case. Their commitment to solving this case has been unwavering. We worked diligently to identify the suspect and determine where he had fled to. Using multiple resources, our intelligence and analysis unit was able to track the direction of travel that Burrell was taking. We worked with authorities from multiple states to track and locate the suspect in Iowa, and this multi-jurisdictional cooperation ultimately led to that arrest. Burrell was in custody in less than 34 hours from the time of the incident, a very quick turnaround for homicide investigation. We also extend our gratitude to federal and regional partners for contributions to this investigation. This case highlights the importance of community involvement and the use of technology in policing. We thank everyone who stepped forward to assist in this investigation, and we understand the concerns that incidents such as this cause, and we want to assure the community that we remain steadfast in our commitment to your safety. This case is still very much under investigation, and we continue to encourage the public to notify the Fargo Police Department if they have any information that could be helpful. If you have that information, please call the Red River Valley Regional Dispatch Center or submit a tip anonymously through tip 411. That's the end of my statement, and I'm willing to take questions.
When we talk about technology,
Yeah.
I guess the big question, motive for this, do you know it, can you release it, or is it one of those where you know it, just don't want to release it right now?
So still very much an active investigation. Those are the types of things that we're looking into with that investigation, but not something that we can comment on right now.
Did the victim and the suspect know each other?
Preliminary investigation shows that they were acquaintances, yes.
I know a lot of the times when this happens, you put out something saying, we had someone that was shot, the suspect's on the run. You didn't this time. Was there a specific reason why that didn't happen?
You know, the reason that we do or do not do that is based on the investigation, what we know at the time, what methods we might be using, and what we might want the suspect and the community to know or not know, which could aid or hurt the investigation. So we're always very careful on what we might release at the time, and you'll see it different times because every investigation and every case is different. Yes. Well.
I don't know if I didn't catch it, but did you say if it happened inside or outside the building?
We're not releasing where it happened at this time yet.
And then you said witnesses immediately started rendering aid. Does that mean there were witnesses to the shooting?
There were witnesses on scene and in the area that were able to help with rendering aid until we got there.
But you don't know that they actually witnessed the shooting?
Can't comment on that right now.
When you were talking about tracking the individual across the upper Midwest, what extent did he travel? Or did he have roots in Des Moines? Or any contacts that we would know of?
All stuff that's still part of that ongoing investigation. It was actually Dubuque where he was located. The whys and hows of the tracking or where he went to is still part of that active investigation. Just can't comment at this time.
From my understanding, that's where the victim lived at the apartment. Is that correct? And did it happen inside the apartment, or did it happen in the hallway where the carpet's all ripped up?
The victim was an acquaintance of a person in that location. Still part of an active investigation as to whether or not they lived there or were just staying there for a short period of time.
Does the suspect, did he have connections to Iowa, or and can you elaborate a little bit how you were able to track him?
All part of that ongoing investigation as to how we got to Iowa. I can say that we had good teamwork with the agencies in that region and across multiple states to figure out where he was. So, one thing that I will add in asking how we tracked him is within the city of Fargo, we were able to use our flock cameras and our flock camera system to aid with the initial part of this investigation.
Like by identifying a car then that he may have been traveling in?
How and why, how we use it and what we found out will be a part of that investigation, but it did aid and assist us in this investigation and with the tracking.
Right. And just kind of following up on Anna, you know, a lot of times, you know, we hear you're looking for a suspect, and why such the delay to say, because we asked on Wednesday, is the community in danger? Do you have, you're looking for a person? Why withhold that general information?
The information that we were giving at the time was information that we felt would not hinder our investigation or locating that suspect. This was the type of case where, in some cases, giving out little information was helpful. Sometimes we need the community's help and give out a lot of information. In this case, we gave out the information we felt was pertinent at the time to not only let the community know that they were safe, but that we were actively investigating and keep them apprised of what was going on. But in this case, we weren't able to give out as much information as we normally might because of the active investigation and where it was leading us.
Can you give a spelling of the victim's name?
A spelling of the victim's name. Last name Wilson with an O-N. I have his name phonetically spelled, so I don't know, Katie, if you can help me with.
Okay,
We'll
thank
get
you.
you the spelling.
Okay.
And the suspect?
Suspect is Stephen with a V, S-T-E-V-E-N. Burrell, B-U-R-R-E-L-L.
And of Fargo?
Fargo resident, yes.
You mentioned they were acquaintances. Could this be linked to narcotic or drug exchange gone bad or something like this?
All
or-
part of that investigation that we can't release at this time.
Can you say where in Dubuque, Iowa, like at a home during a traffic stop where Mr. Burrell was detained?
Mr. Burrell was detained outside of a residence in Dubuque, Iowa.
I might have missed this too, but did you give a timeline for the likely return of Mr. Burrell to Fargo?
Unsure of that timeline. It'll have to do with how the court system works in Iowa as to getting him back here. Usually takes a little bit of time, a few weeks, to get someone back into this jurisdiction. So
Okay.
obviously, we'll keep community updated when that happens.
And about what time and date was he arrested in Dubuque?
He was arrested around 10:15 last night. All right. Oh, yes, sir.
Was it the Iowa police, or what authorities apprehended him?
The Dubuque City Police Department. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.